Hello everyone, my name is Ashley Fife and I am the Deputy Head Boy of Omagh High School.
And my name is Emma Spence and I'm the Deputy Head Girl of Omagh High School.
I bid you a very warm welcome to Omagh High School 2020 Prize Day with a Difference.
We would like to offer you our sincere thanks for taking the time to acknowledge our virtual prize giving day and get a taste of the achievements of Omagh High School over a very challenging year.
My name is Iris Clark and I am the chairperson of the Omagh High School Board of Governors, and now I will give you my report. Last year I welcomed our new principal, Mr. Gitatsis, to the school and said I had no doubt that he will be a committed, competent and dedicated member of staff, taking the school forward into the new Stroul campus and maintaining the status of outstanding which has been conferred on us by the Education and Training Inspectorate. I can without doubt or fear of being proved otherwise say he is a committed, competent and dedicated member of the staff. I do thank him for all the hard work and numerous hours he has put into all kinds of work throughout the school. Thank you, Principal. Regarding the school going forward into the new Stroul campus, we, the governors, have been given a date of 2025. I am not so sure that this is realistic, so please do not hold your breath. I hope I am proven wrong. We can only but wait and see. I would like to congratulate Mrs. Quigley, who was appointed on a permanent basis as our second Vice Principal back in June. A long overdue appointment. Congratulations, Mrs. Quigley. Mrs. Quigley is responsible for the pastoral care and SENCO, along with other duties, including teaching. Mrs. Gibson, Vice Principal 1, is responsible for the curriculum, timetabling, examinations officer, which are no easy feat, along with other duties, including teaching. I would not like to be following either of them during the run of a day. It would be a very long day. The number of hours they put in is unbelievable. Thank you, ladies. I also take this opportunity in thanking the teaching staff for their continued dedication in all they have done during the past year, which has been a difficult one, and also in advance thank them for what they will do throughout the remainder of this academic year. They always go the extra mile. Thank you. I would now like to acknowledge the role of all non-teaching staff, classroom assistants for their valuable contribution to the smooth running of the school. Also in this acknowledgement I include both Mrs. McConnell and Mrs. Davies in the secretarial department. Without them we would be lost. Our caretaker and cleaning staff, and not forgetting our staff in the canteen. Thank you all. I now put on record my appreciation to the parents and friends of Omagh High School who make a very valuable contribution to school life in general, and particularly in their fundraising efforts. Thank you one and all. Looking back over the year, our academic results and achievement of pupils continue to excel, and I am pleased to report another very successful year in the life of Omagh High School. Pupils keep up the good work. Examination results are consistently amongst the best for similar schools across Northern Ireland. This has been due to the hard work on the part of you, the pupils, the dedication of the principal, vice principals and teaching and non-teaching staff in the school, not forgetting the support from you, the parents and guardians at home. However, this year we have had to deal with one of the most unsettling events any of us have ever experienced, this dreadful COVID-19 pandemic. This has disrupted society in so many ways, and school life has not been spared this disruption. Following Government and Department of Education instructions, the school was interrupted in March and closed for the remainder of the academic year. Homeschooling began for teachers, pupils and their families alike. In true Omagh High School spirit, our staff and pupils have responded so positively to get through this time of uncertainty and have shown tremendous resilience. We have all now become familiar and proficient with the use of technology. As we look forward to the year ahead, no one knows what school life will be like this time next year. One thing is for sure, however, Omagh High School, pupils, staff, parents and governors will respond with strength and determination. We must remain positive and work together to get through these unknown, difficult times. It would be remiss of me not to take this opportunity to thank my colleagues on the Board of Governors for their support during the past year. Their dedication and commitment to the running of the school is greatly appreciated. Thank you, Governors. I appeal to you, the parents, to spread the word on the great achievements that Omagh High School has made, and through your spreading of these achievements at Omagh High School, we anticipate our numbers will continue to increase year after year. Finally, I wish the staff and pupils well, and know that the principal, vice principals and the staff of Omagh High School will continue to deliver to the children of this area the high quality of education that has been delivered in the past. This concludes my report.
Hello, my name is Rihanna Gilmore and I am the head girl of Omagh High School. As a Year 14 student of Omagh High School, I am now looking at my academic career in the rearview mirror. Hindsight is the acquisition of wisdom based on previous experience. So, just what advice would I give my younger self as I took those first tentative steps into my post-primary school? If my year 8 self was here right now, I would have plenty of advice to give, plenty of wisdom to share. For example, don't try and chug the soup in the canteen when the bell goes for period 3. Third-degree burns of the tongue are not pleasant. Although, if I am honest, and I would tell my younger self to definitely always try and be honest, looking back, would I really want to turn back the clock and be in year 8 again? I feel that I have come too far to go back now, and if given the chance, I don't think I would. All I know is that GCSE Maths is behind me, and that is where it will stay. Trust me when I tell you that I cannot envision ever needing to use Pythagoras' theorem. Seriously, I intend to avoid all triangles, except Toblerones, of course. Chocolate angles, oh yes. To a more serious note, my secondary school experience has been more than memorable. First year will and forever be one of the most memorable years. Being the most nerve-wracking year of my life, walking up the steps on my first day, seeing the older ones, feeling fear which thankfully didn't last long, as I quickly found my friends in the assembly hall. I certainly have vivid memories of that morning and all the excitement and anticipation I felt. I spent my first few days in the French room with Mrs. Armstrong, my house teacher, as I discovered that I was in Omagh. Obviously, I am going to take this opportunity to announce to you all, Omagh is in fact the best house. No further comments. Second year was when something very special happened. An opportunity came my way, and this opportunity has changed my life. The school put on Bugsy Malone, which was the first play I participated in. I played Bronx Charlie. My dad still quotes my first and only line from Bugsy Malone. What can I say? Some actresses can. The feeling of stepping out onto the stage of the Street Arts Centre is and forever will be one of my favourite experiences of all time. The heat from the lights, the smell and taste of the smoke machines, seeing familiar faces in the front is a feeling I hope to never forget. After Bugsy Malone, I went on to be in Alice in Wonderland and Hairspray, with Hairspray being my favourite out of the 3. Though it saddens me that I won't be participating in any more OHS performances, I'll happily be the familiar face in the crowd. The school has provided many opportunities for me to go on out-of-country trips. Though the football trip may be a bit more up Nathan's alley, that didn't stop me from going on other sport-based trips. I was told by my mum before I went into first year that I wasn't to bother asking about the ski trip, but she was all too pleased when I brought home the letter requesting a £100 deposit by the end of the week. I'm glad with all my heart she gave in. The ski trip was amazing. My skiing skills depends on what you define as a skill. The people I met and the laughs we all had are fond memories of mine. I would suggest asking your parents about the ski trip, because if you have the chance and opportunity to go, do it. You will not in a million years regret it. One of my all-time favourite events to come out of school was the French and History trip we went on in 5th year. If I was allowed to, I could and would tell you the story of that trip, from getting on the bus outside the school at 12 at night to getting off the bus outside the school at a time I can't even recall. But that hasn't been sanctioned and nobody wants that but me. Though some major points in that story cannot be overlooked. I would first like to inform you that chateau in French means castle. Now, when we sat on a bus, plane, then a bus again for multiple hours and pulled up to this chateau, there were mixed emotions. I'm not saying I was expecting Her Majesty to greet us at the door, but bunk beds, really? Funny enough, if you were to offer us a chance to go back right now, the response would be, how much and when do we need to be here for the bus? Getting to go to Disneyland really was the cherry on top. It truly is the most magical place on earth. And even though it was actually freezing, moving as one unit from ride to ride made it not so bad. Looking back on all the group photos makes me smile. There's Chloe, Isabella, Kyle. Oh, there's Adam, who decided to dye his jet black hair blonde, fail and turn out ginger the night before, thinking that would be the best move on his part. From what I can recall, Mr. Duffy did not find that shade to be quality. Hands down, the greatest trip ever, and if you ever get the chance to go, cherish every moment of it. My time at Omagh High School will probably be the best of my life. I know you don't think that now, but just wait till you've experienced all that I have. The support and dedication of the teaching staff is through the roof, and the atmosphere is the perfect place to learn. OHS will always hold a special place with me, and the opportunity of being head girl will always be an honour, and I will carry a small piece of this place in my heart forever. Thank you.
If I could do a Marnie McFly and hop in my DeLorean and travel back in time to visit my year 8 self, the advice I would give myself might sound something like this. Nathan, try to remember that the year 14s are not as scary as they look. Well, at least I don't look scary. Some of the others might. Most of them would be more than happy to help you out. If you need any advice, or if you have just got a little bit lost on your way to class, we really won't see you stuck, honestly. Be proud of your school and of the achievements you will accomplish during your school years. Wear your uniform with pride, and remember that you're representing not only yourself when you're out and about, but also your parents, your school and your wider community. You'll find that your school years will go by in the blink of an eye, so my advice would be to enjoy every minute of it. My mum and dad always told me that your school years are the best years of your life, and being at Omagh High School for the past 7 years has taught me that they're probably right. On a more serious note, my time at Omagh High School has been built on a philosophy of work hard, play hard. Omagh High School has a dedicated teaching staff who have always been there to help their pupils achieve their best and equip every pupil with the qualifications and skills they will need to succeed in the big bad world. When it comes to playing hard, my advice would be to take every opportunity to participate in sport. Participation in sport allows you to develop both mentally and physically, and to achieve many goals that you may not have thought you were capable of. Sport has enabled me to form friendships and to learn the importance of teamwork and of working together, hopefully to achieve a win. It isn't really about the crack in the minibus with Mr. Rennie and Mr. Clark, but that's an important part of it too. That's all I can say about that. What happens in the minibus stays on the minibus. Respect your elders, and no, I'm not just referring to the over 75s. I'm referring to our teachers, classroom assistants and the wider school community. No one likes a load of rules and regulations, but we have to appreciate that rules are there for a reason. And even if we won't appreciate them at the time, I can now see that they were there for my own good. That's the wisdom of hindsight that Rihanna was referring to. Now, I don't know about you, but even the thought of getting that call from Mrs. Quigley is enough to make me stick to the rules. Another piece of advice I would give to my younger self would be to take full advantage of the extracurricular activities offered at Omagh High School. I understand that due to the COVID and the unique set of circumstances, we find ourselves in a situation that there not be as many extracurricular activities on offer just now. But when we get back to normal, hopefully sooner rather than later, I would encourage my younger self to take part in as many extracurricular activities as possible. Maybe your interests lie in public speaking, choir, guitar, African drums, or maybe you're more into Star Wars or Lego. Whatever your interest, there really is something on offer for everyone. Life at Omagh High School will present you with opportunities, and it's up to you to grab these when they arise. When in Year 8, if you had told me that just 1 year later I would have had the opportunity to interview Michael Neal, the then manager of Northern Ireland football team, as part of an English project, I wouldn't have believed you. Or that in Year 10 I would have the opportunity to visit France and Belgium as part of a history field trip. Fellow pupil Oren Bell and myself were selected to visit the war graves in the city of Ypres, where we got the humbling opportunity to attend the funeral of Private Henry Parker, a soldier who fought and died protecting our nation in the fields of the Somme. These special memories will remain with me always, and I will be forever grateful that I was both offered the opportunity to do these things and that I took advantage of the chance, even if it did mean having to travel with one of your teachers. No offence, Mr. Duffy. Another important insight I must share with my younger self is this: your voice matters. I know you may find this hard to believe, but really it does, and it is up to you to make sure that your voice is heard. Omagh High School is very much a listening school, and one where students and teachers have a good rapport based on mutual respect. The school also has a very active Students' Council, and I would encourage all of you to take part or to speak to your elected class representative to put forward your views on issues relating to the school life. I can't guarantee that this will lead to a reduction in the amount of homework or get you an extended lunch break, but it might be worth a try. I'm sure there are lots of other words of wisdom that I should share with my younger self, but I think we'd be here all night if that was the case. I would, however, like to finish on what I believe is the most important piece of advice of all that I wish someone would have shared with me, and that is, boys, there really is such a thing as too much Links Africa. Take my word for it. Thank you.
Madam Chairperson, parents, staff, Board of Governors, friends of Omagh High School, family members of our boys and girls, and everybody else that is watching this video recording, I would like to thank you from the bottom of my heart to be joining us in our virtual world of prize giving. My first year as a principal of Omagh High School has confirmed my initial reaction that this is an outstanding school. It is the outstanding achievements of all those Omagh High School pupils that we will be celebrating through this virtual recording. Last year, we gathered in a packed assembly hall, exactly the same place where I'm standing here recording this speech. This is a completely different year. Last year we celebrated the event of sporting activities and successes, of academic successes and achievements. This is not possible this year. However, we feel the sense of duty and the uncompromising obligation to give the appropriate commendations to our pupils who worked tirelessly throughout 2020 to achieve exceptionally well both in their academic paths and the sporting arenas. My first year in Omagh High School can be only characterized as a journey like no other. Omagh High School teachers and pupils experienced the immense pressures from an unprecedented situation. Not just the lockdown in March 2020, but also the immense pressure from the anxiety of exam results in August and the U-turns the politicians took, which made our working life almost impossible and the anxiety of our students unbearable. I was very explicit in my prize-giving report last year of the pressures our youngsters face daily. A lot of us adults very easily criticize the generation of today. Some might even say that the younger generation don't know how easy it is for them in comparison to our time at school in the past. This unprecedented year has proven that our youngsters have had a very difficult time. And they still do, as they have to deal with a new form of blended learning. As a teacher and a parent of a young child, I see daily the difficulties that our young people have to encounter in order to get anywhere. The social interactions have been stalled since March 2020 for our youngsters. The plague of our times is called mental health, and it has become more acute, and our children have been left to paddle in the ocean of the unknown. Since September 2019, Omagh High School pupils participated actively in numerous activities: shared education activities, sporting events, academic challenges throughout the first and second term of 2020. However, in March 2020, we had to close our doors to our pupils, and we were then informed of the cancellation of GCSE and A-level exams. The teaching staff at Omagh High School worked tirelessly to gather evidence in order to reaffirm the excellent academic results that our GCSE and A-level pupils would have achieved if they had sat their exams. A great number of pupils is commented in our prize giving booklet, and you will be able to see and download this booklet from our website. The booklet produced this year is a confirmation of our success from last year and beyond. It's the confirmation of success of all those individuals named in that booklet. The results in the booklet had even more gravitas than the prizes of the past. And they indicate here not just the result of one single exam that might have been taken in August, but is the culmination of hard work and effort over a long period of time for all those that commented on the prize giving booklet. The prize winners in the booklet that, as I said, will be on the website, are now studying in the chosen sixth form, undertaking an apprenticeship, or attending university. Their teachers used exam results, previous assessments, tests, coursework to ensure that pupils were not disadvantaged at this challenging time. These awards are thoroughly deserved by everybody, by all recipients, and we believe that they are a true reflection of what would have been achieved if the exam had taken place. We should be aware of the time and effort that those individuals have invested in order to reach this point in their academic journey. There are parts of the learner's journey that are taken for granted, and we don't realize the pressures those young people have been under to make this accolade a reality. We'd like to make a short review of the achievements at Omagh High School from September 19 to effectively March 2020. I would like to comment that our curriculum provision at Omagh High School is broad and balanced, and if you explore our website, you will actually be able to see our Governor's report for 2019-20, especially in pages 3, 4 and 5, you will see the extensive amount of curriculum that we have to offer. Following the August result days, the school excelled one more time in achieving scores well above the target set and well above the Northern Ireland average. For example, at GCSE, our A star to C percentage is now standing at 88%. The Northern Ireland average is 69%. In maths, the percentage of A star to C is at 73%. The Northern Ireland average is 53%. And we have a great percentage of students that achieve 5 GCSEs at A star to C, including English and maths. 68% well above the 52%, which is the Northern Ireland average. At A level, students achieving 2 or more grades at A star to E at A level is at 96%, which is in line with Northern Ireland average. What do the actually grades mean? What do they mean? We need to realize that as a non-selective school, we cater for a range of abilities. Our results are absolutely brilliant, but they don't say the complete truth. The complete truth is hidden in the word of value added. The lack of this value added number from performance tables and the school comparison tables in Northern Ireland creates an unfair advantage for selective schools. I can say with confidence that at Omagh High School, the pupils' value added is significant and they leave school ready to begin their own journey in the life after school. We teach pupils in Omagh High Schools to excel in their academic studies, but we also enhance their personal and emotional development. And not only that, but we actually take them along to achieve extraordinary progress through their hard work and dedication. As I've mentioned before, you can actually find a lot of information about our successes in the Governor's Report that is actually can be downloaded from our website. Just to give you an indication of our interactions from September 19 to March 2020, the shared education commitments that we had were to participate in the school shared education council, Maths is Fun, Sports Leadership, BTEC Sports, Education to Enterprise, history conferences, home economics cookery booklets and other sporting activities, along with all the other schools in the Omagh area. We took part in a significant number of sporting activities, such as football from the first year to the sixth form, cross-country, rugby for first to fifth years, both for boys and girls. Girls football, hockey, netball. We managed to get to Manchester to go to our Man United annual trip, and we were very lucky that we managed to get to our ski trip well before the lockdown. Unfortunately, because athletics is taking place in the spring term, athletics have been cancelled due to COVID-19 pandemic. Educating the mind without educating the heart is no education at all. You will see and hear later on in this recording our school hymn. And our school hymn goes as such: we build our school on thee, the loving heart, the helpful word, the tender thought, and the kindly deed. That's who we are at Omagh High School. At Omagh High School, outstanding care and education is at the heart of what we do. I would like to state that I'm honoured to be the principal of Omagh High School during an academic year where we had great academic and sporting successes. We are here as teachers to guide the children through a learning journey, which of course is ongoing, never stops. It has been a pleasure to get to know every single child and also to get to work with some fantastic staff. I have to thank my vice principals that they are actually doing an extremely big amount of work in a daily basis and support me with my vision to make this school the best school that we have in this town. I would like to thank the Board of Governors for their support, their unlimited support and advice throughout a very challenging year. Wherever you are heading, never forget that you have achieved, and also remember that whatever you've achieved is great. You are great. And never forget the success you have made in Omagh High School. Once again, my congratulations to all prize winners and to all the teachers for their guidance.